episode 7, Frankette, which tells us all we need to know. And it's your boy Icon with a DC animated television review for you, going over that Harley Quinn. And before we get started, hit the notification bell, like and or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out all my videos I got posted all over my YouTube so we can get those watch time hours up so we can get monetized and bring you some more of this goodness on a bigger scale. And let's get started with a little Harley Quinn. So Frank died. And him dying actually stuck. Like, it's not like, oh, they killed him and he came back to life. Like, Frank gone. Like, he actually gone. The episode starts with his funeral. We're at his funeral, and Frank apparently he recorded like his final testimony for everybody to see. Ivy's pissed. You know, she doesn't have the energy and the strength to speak. Meanwhile, Harley gets up and she reads the eulogy on his behalf, and then she plays the tape. Frank actually had a lot of requests for his final burial. And while he was given his final request, one of the requests that he had was he offered his semen rag to Ivy, and Ivy was using it to wipe her tears. And then when she realized what it was, she said, ooh, and she threw it into the casket along with him. And Frank knew that was going to happen because he said, right about now, she's probably throwing it into the casket with me, which is exactly what I wanted. Then he told Harley to pour some liquor into the cabinet. He told everybody else to pour some dirt on it. And then he had a bunch of other things that we didn't see. And then it fast forwarded to his 500th request. So then after that, 500 requests later, Ivy gets upset and she's like, you know what, to hell with all this. She gets in front of the podium and then she's just like, when I find Brainiac, I'm going to grab him by his nuts and I'm going to drag his nuts over his face and I'm going to pop him like a balloon. And then while she was talking, the ground started shaking and this green vine thing started coming up out of the ground. And then Frank said in the video, he goes, now that about 3 hours have gone by, he said my rag, along with the soil and my body and all the other stuff that was put into the earth, should be producing, I guess, a female, a baby. It should be producing a baby version of Frank. And in an earlier episode, when they were in the green, he confessed that he eats her lipstick when she's not around. And then, we come to find out that the reason why he was eating her lipstick, he was using her lipstick to get her DNA. So the DNA from her lipstick mixed with Frank's DNA just created this new plant female monster. So with both of their DNA combined, we now get a new, fresh, new plant person new to the show called Frankette. And Ivy's not trying to hear it. She's trying to get revenge. Harley, she's the one who's playing with Frankette, who's trying to get to know Frankette. Ivy's just like, nope. She's trying to go into the green. She's trying to save Frank. She ain't trying to hear it. And then after that, Lena shows up, and then Lena tells them hey, I can get you on the Brainiac ship, because Lena tells them that Brainiac was the one who killed Frank. So now Ivy's in a rage, and then Lena's like, hey, listen, to use this teleportation device to get to the ship. And then they go on the ship, and now they're looking for Brainiac so they can kick his ass. Brainiac now, he's in full depressed mode because he's still not over the whole thing about finding out that his monkey's dead and finding out that he himself is crazy. So he's just laying there eating chips, literal chips, and he's just watching the play. He just keeps watching the play, the Clayface play, over and over and over and over again. So Harley finds him first, and then she tries to tell him, she's like, oh, we're here to kill you. She tries to stop him. It's not working. And then that's when Brainiac's like, well, he's like, since you're here to kill me, he's like, I might as well just destroy your city right now. And he uses his robots to start destroying Metropolis. Before they went on the ship, they gave Frankette to Bane and asked Bane to watch him. Bane had to go down to Goldilocks' school because there was some trouble. And now that they're in the school together, the robots are now destroying all the buildings and the school's in the crossfire. Ivy shows up, and then when Ivy shows up, she's just like, oh, let's kill this motherfucker, and then they can't kill him. They're trying to kill him, they can't kill him, and then Brainiac's just like, you only want to kill me because you think I killed Frank, but it wasn't me. And then because of those robots, he showed them some behind the scenes footage of Lena being the one who killed Frank. It showed that when the curtain closed while Frank was doing the rose plant, Lena stabbed him multiple times with a knife, and then she pushed him back out there, and then that's how he died. So now Ivy's really pissed, and she's like, I'm going to go back down to Earth, and I'm going to kill Lena. She's like, I want you to stop the robots, from destroying Metropolis. So she goes down there, and then when she meets up with Lena, she's just like, oh, you found out about, me killing Frank. And then she said that she had to kill Frank because that play wasn't doing anything, and it was taking too long, and she needed Brainiac off the board. Ivy chases Lena away. Lena runs, and now Ivy is going to the school now to try to save Frankette, because Frank called out to Ivy from the green, and he said, listen, you got to put the revenge on hold. Right now, Frankette's in trouble, and you got to save her. So Ivy goes down to the school. Her and Bane together are trying to save the children. She's trying to save Frankette, but the robots have them pinned down, and now the robots are about to off them. Lena ends up getting on the teleportation device. She goes back into outer space. She sees Harley, who's struggling to try to turn the machine off because they ended up using like the gun that Brainiac uses to shrink cities and everything and put them in jars. They used that gun on him and they shrunk him. So now Harley's trying to figure out how to use the machine, and she doesn't know how to use the machine. Lena shows up and then tells her, like, hey, I know how to use the machine. I can save Metropolis, but if I save Metropolis, if I save Ivy, if I save your family, you have to do a favor for me. And then Harley's just like, fine, just save Ivy. I'll do whatever you want. So Lena does her magic. She saves Ivy, and then she blasts Harley off the ship. Lena saves Metropolis, and now she's got Brainiac in a jar, and she got the one thing that she always wanted, which was full control. Because she said originally she just wanted them to kill him. She was like, I wanted you to just kill Brainiac, but she said, you gave me something better. You actually gave me full control of his ship. So now Lena's sitting in his chair while he's in a glass jar. She's got all the devices plugged up into her brain, and now she's going to be like the ruler of, like Metropolis, because for her it's all about power, it's all about ruling. And she's like, along with Brainiac's machine, I can definitely rule over not only Metropolis, but all over the world. Where's Superman? Like, where's Superman? Where's Lois Lane, first of all, and why is no one calling Superman? So then now that Lena has full control, Harley and Ivy, they're back at the apartment. She's like, oh, thanks for saving us, Harley. And then Harley was like, well, it wasn't me. She said, actually, Lena was the one that saved you because I asked her to, and now I owe her a favor. And then she was like, well, what's the favor? And then Lena showed up and teleported Frankette onto the ship. And then so now they're freaking out. Ivy's mad at Harley because she's like, this is all your fault. The two of them are beefing. And then when Frankette ended up on the ship, Brainiac asked her, he was like, why would you take the plant? Like, what's the point of taking Frankette? And then Lena said she actually didn't want Frankette. She just took Frankette because she knew that the two of them would be beefing, and because they're beefing, they wouldn't be any, good together because they're not good when they're beefing. So she was just like, it's basically strategy just to keep them at odds ends. So now they're mad at each other. Lena about to take over the world. She connected Brainiac's machine to her brain, and she's about to blow up space, time, and everything in between. I don't know where the hell Superman is, but he need to bring his ass back ASAP. That's how the episode ended, and thank you for tuning in. So this is interesting because Lena turned out to be the big bad all along. I mean, Brainiac is still the bad guy, but Lena trumped his badosity. So I don't know what her plan is. I don't know why she doesn't kill Brainiac right now, but I don't know what she's planning. She's going to do something. She just wants to take over Metropolis. Superman has to save the day at some point because we can't let Harley and Ivy keep doing this shit because they ain't doing a good job. But share your questions, comments, and or concerns down below, and we will continue to talk about it. And Frankette will eat Lena probably in the season finale. So check out my other reviews because I got the wrestling, that WWE Elimination Chamber up on my YouTube channel. I got the series finale of Cobra Kai up on my channel as well. And next week we start that Daredevil Born again. And check me out on X, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, where you can leave all your questions, comments, and or concerns, and we'll keep rolling on for some more of this superhero goodness and everything else in between. So that was it, guys. So thanks for tuning in. So until next time, as new life blooms in Metropolis with Lena Luthor taking over, take care, and we're out this.